No intro music today.
Hey, yay.
Sorry, don't have time to load it. Anyway, David's back. He's right there. You know, I'm going to mention this because my wife was telling me the other day that she watched one of our videos.
Oh, really?
And she said that I say way too much.
It's common. Everybody does that.
And the thing is with me, I don't have an outline. I pretty much go on the cuff, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
And David's usually the better prepared one than I am.
I don't really take that much time
Except
to prepare,
for today,
though. I just
we totally are doing this off.
Yeah, I just jot things down, and it usually works.
But today, so she tells me, I say, too much, that I need to get myself a real outline. But that you and I are, in fact, a good duo.
I think we're a fantastic duo. Maybe even a dynamic duo.
You know what that reminds me of?
You're Robin.
Whoa!
We got to get you some very short green shorts.
I don't want me no tights. Say's too tight on me.
I needed a Teddy Graham. I'm sorry. And I just spit on your keyboard and I feel bad.
Oh.
I know. That's gross. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, I stepped in it. Okay.
These Teddy Grahams, though, I think I could just smash them up and, like, do a line. Do a line of Graham.
Got to my Teddy Graham.
I could see it.
It's a Teddy Graham.
So I do have one piece of gaming thing I wanted to talk about. I saw the playthrough of BioShock Infinite.
The whole playthrough?
No, it was like a 15-minute playthrough at E3. It looks amazing.
Now this is where I get to be interjective.
What?
It looks so consoleized.
Well, yeah, it looks very cinematic first-person shooter.
No, it didn't look cinematic.
The one that I saw, where you're fighting through and you have to, like, the guy boards the blimp and the songbird attacks.
I think I know what you're talking about, but the thing is, it looked so cheap. It looked like they dulled down the graphics so much from what
they are cartoony.
Could have been.
They are cartoony, but, I mean, that's okay. I mean, I'm sorry. It just looks fantastic. And here's my thing. When you think about what Call of Duty has been doing for the past... And here we are talking about Call of Duty. You think about what these first-person shooters have been doing for the past 7 years, BioShock Infinite actually looks like it's going to do something really cool with the Skyrail system. That thing is bad. I mean, I can't wait to ride the rails.
I like it.
I know.
Good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
No, it looked too consoleized for me. The graphics seemed really dulled down from what they could have done. The thing is that I understand what you're trying to push. You're trying to push the thing that this could, in fact, add something new to a kind of dying genre. But the problem that I have with that is if you're going to go one direction and completely reinvigorate or do something new, do all of it that way.
I wouldn't say dying genre. I would say stagnating.
Okay, that's better.
Stagnant
That's
genre.
better term. You may have thought of the term I was really thinking.
Stagnant is a little bit more because God, it certainly is making a heck of a lot of money still.
It will be for a long time. I mean, you know, with the two games coming out this soon, October, November, you know, between Call of Duty and Battlefield 3, I mean, I've been a long time Call of Duty player. You know, I mean, I still bought Battlefield 2 and Battlefield Bad Company 2. But I don't think after Black Ops, I don't think I'm buying another Modern Warfare game again. Another Call of Duty game.
I would like to get Black Ops, but I don't know if I'm going to buy another one. I feel like this. I mean, from Modern Warfare to Modern Warfare 2, it just feels like not much change.
And Modern Warfare 3, the trailers looked exactly the same.
It's the exact same game.
It's all they did was rehash and stuff. Whereas Battlefield 3 completely redid the whole thing. I mean, it's a brand new engine, brand new graphic settings, brand new abilities, dodging system, and they're bringing back the original character classes, which made Battlefield 2 and the earlier games better.
I find myself playing single-player Call of Duty, and you know, I'm taking my 1,000th position, my 1,000th fortress, and I'm like, you know what would make this game better?
What?
Cyborg raptor babies. I'm just like, if I just had some cyborg raptor babies, this game would be so much better because it would be so different. It would be so unexpected. Can you imagine playing like a really serious first-person shooter all the way through, and all of a sudden it's just like, "Brah!" And I mean, wouldn't that not be an amazing experience? Just because you're just totally not expecting it.
Today's new game idea, if you're listening, is a mix between Call of Duty and Turok.
What was that game where if you, it was one of the many multiple endings. It was like an RPG game. And if you made like an amoral decision at one point, or if you made a wrong decision, and it was kind of it was a hard ending to get, the world would be eaten by giant mutant god babies. They descended from the sky and started flying around, these babies, giant babies eating the world.
I honestly say I have no freaking idea.
If you could find, you know, the sad thing is I bet if you went to YouTube and looked up giant evil death babies, you'd find what I'm talking about.
And in the meantime, on my other screen, I am indeed doing that.
Yeah, because, I mean, seriously, it is one of the strangest moments in gaming history. It just will take you...
I can't type. Giant baby.
Giant baby attack might be it.
Baby attack. Thingamajigger. No, that just looks like pictures of giant babies.
Do, giant baby ending.
Giant
okay, well, now we're getting weird.
God ending.
Do giant baby RPG. Now that would be an interesting game. Giant baby RPG. Okay, I will look for it. I will email it to you because it must be seen to be believed.
For this quest, you must milk the cow with the baby. Because it is a giant baby.
Or, like, make a baby. Oh, wait, never mind. I was thinking, like, baby maker. Like, it'd be like RPG
That is an
maker.
RPG.
You have to date first. You have to buy presents. You have to get a job.
And then you have to do virtual baby diaper changes.
Oh, man. I had my first... Because if you guys don't know, my son has been born, and he's awesome. But I had my first diaper explosion this morning, and I was, like, wrist deep in poop. And he was still going in the middle of me changing him. And I just had like this one moment where I was just, like, overwhelmed with the sheer amount of poop that was in my life at that moment. And I just sat there at the changing table. My wife was putting laundry on, and I just like taking all this in, and I just screamed.
All I can say
it was
is this.
Still coming.
All I can say is this: when that baby starts eating solid food, at least the smell is tolerable until the baby eats solid food.
And no one tells you about the first infant poops.
Yeah,
They're like
the black,
alien
the black,
poop.
nasty. Like, you know,
my gosh, I was like, is there something wrong with him? But hey, but on that note, I am officially a geek dad now, so I'm in the club.
It is a very distinguished club.
Put your hands up.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
that's about as far as you're getting out of me.
Yeah. So not
Raise
much.
the roof.
Not much in the way of games this time, but that's all right. We don't always have to do that.
Actually, I do. So, as many of you wonderful people may know,
I got to get going soon, so let's.
He's got to be
the
leaving in
last
about
one.
2 seconds, so I'm going to do some quickie stuff really quick, and then we can call it good. How's that? Is that good? We're good? Okay. First of all, we can probably start with console stuff. It's actually, yeah, it would be console. Mortal Kombat 9 has a DLC pack coming out for the character Rain. If you're unfamiliar with Rain, think of the same skin as Scorpion, only purple or pink.
Isn't it
and
great?
Water ability.
Isn't it great that he's a purple ninja named Rain?
Downfall. It's $5 for a single character.
That's pretty rough.
And so that is the majority of my console news. As for PC, I like saying now. Now that I know my wife watches this.
Now that you know you're paying attention to it, it's like all you can think about.
You know, to tell you the truth, there's really not much on PC. Dungeons of Dreadmore was released on Steam for $4.50. That's cool. That's a limited sale, I think, so it's only got a couple days left.
Jump on it.
Then it goes back up to $10 or $20. I can't remember which. Beyond that, there's really nothing. This was a great week because nothing happened except for babies.
It was baby
creation unit. That would be an awesome unit in a strategy game. All it does is while it's sitting there, this weird looking unit, you go up into the enemy base, it plops down, and then babies shoot out of it.
You know, the sad thing is that we have to point out something because it's going to be in the comments. They made the baby simulator, the baby making simulator, and it's called The Sims. Because can't you have babies in that game?
Yes, you can.
So, I'm not creative at all.
And you can get groovy with it.
Oh, one other thing I wanted to discuss real quick. Speaking of downloadable content, I thought this was an interesting idea. You know Final Fantasy VI, right? I think I've talked to you about that way too much. There's an article about downloadable content, and the guy said if there was still downloadable content for Final Fantasy VI, if there was downloadable content for Final Fantasy VI, he never would have stopped playing it.
True.
I actually think I would be the same way. Wouldn't that be cool if they did downloadable content expansions for old games like that? How awesome would that be?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. Let's get some new levels for Mario or something. I mean, it would be cheap to do, and you know people would buy it. Hire me. I would be awesome. I'm an awesome game theorist person.
Sorry about that blip. I was loading up our song. As a final note, somebody pointed out to me last week, I did my own single show last week, that I got the link for Renard Queenston's site wrong.
Ooh.
Because he's got a new one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't tell you that, did I?
A new channel. So,
My
on the bottom
fault.
below here, I will go ahead and link his new YouTube site. And as a final going out piece, David, say goodbye.
Hang on. Let me get everything straight here. Go for it.
It's playing eventually. I hit play. We've lost it,
Man, that
lad.
hurt my neck.